Is this thing on?
Hey, it
Hello.
sure is. It sure is.
Just gonna scoot in a little closer.
Let's go scooty scoot.
And there is our video. It is perfect in every single
And British.
way. And so British.
How's everyone doing? All currently 0 of you. But
yes.
soon.
What does it include us on the
Yeah.
viewer list?
Yeah,
Oh,
for the time being.
Oh, okay. Well,
But soon.
Fair enough. Soon we will
Soon.
have people join and hopefully talk to us.
Mhm.
I forgot to put the notification, but oh well, people will get it. I'll put it up later.
They'll get tired of us spamming it every Tuesday.
Right. Well, anyways, everyone, welcome to another edition of Super Chat 64. We have come back to the Triforce room. We are singing the hymns of the the goddesses and of the link. Okay, I'm just having an aneurysm now. But anyways, it's been a pretty good week.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff that came out of this week. What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, in addition to playing the usual games, I think I talked about it last time rather. Playing how I've been playing a lot of Chivalry with some friends. Yes, and I think I'd also mentioned playing a lot of Dying Light, which we all picked up.
I saw you playing that.
Yeah, we've been playing more of that. And that's both of those things have been supremely enjoyable. I'm also wrapping up, getting fairly close to wrapping up a full playthrough of Diablo 2 with one of my buddies, with my friend Corey, who never, up until now, has never experienced hell difficulty in Diablo 2.
Really?
So this is for me, it's an excuse to play Diablo 2 again, which, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an excuse for him to see it all the way through.
Amazing.
I'm rocking the Necromancer, he's rocking the Barbarian.
Yes.
And it's proven to be a pretty effective combination.
Awesome.
It's not without its challenges, because that's how hell difficulty works in
Right.
Diablo 2, as you're very well aware.
I think we'll be seeing an HD version of Diablo 2 soon.
You think so? That's an interesting prophecy.
I think so.
What, any particular reasons what brings it up?
Blizzard has listed Diablo 2 as going to be an available download. Now, what they've done with Warcraft 3 previously is they've upped the ability to up the resolution, the native resolution. So, like, if I were to play, did I say Diablo 3? I meant Warcraft 3.
Oh, okay.
So, they have Warcraft 3 that you can get through their website, and you can buy it digitally now.
Okay.
Right? You might be able to buy digitally Diablo 2, but I don't know if they've updated it.
I don't think so. Last I looked, it didn't look like you could.
Okay. So, when they added Warcraft 3, everyone found out that it supported up to almost a 4K resolution. So, when I play Warcraft 3 now, on like Frozen Throne, it fits my 1440 monitor.
That's awesome.
So,
and you're telling me that when the game first came out in like 2000, that it didn't support that ridiculous resolution?
It did
natively?
not. I remember when they patched
Shocking.
in. I remember when they patched in a 1080 resolution.
Those were dark times, man.
Those were dark
We've
times.
come a long way.
Yes.
But yeah, I would be interested to see if they would do something like that. I'll be honest, one of my biggest frustrations with Diablo 2 is the limitation on like 800 by 600 resolution, which of course makes it tricky to play on newer machines, and it makes it equally tricky to stream, as I found.
I also know that they've hired a bunch of there's a lot of positions, and they've hired people into them for backward compatible games.
The plot
Blizzard,
thickens.
I think you will get your wish, and I think
I would not complain.
I think you will see Diablo 2. I think we're going to see possibly the early Warcrafts, and who knows what the future brings.
Who knows indeed. Who knows indeed. That sounds really interesting. I'd be interested to see what they do, if it is just making the screen fit more gooder, or if it's other stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, remakes and remixes and remasters are kind of the 3 R's.
That is the flavor.
Is kind of the flavor of the last couple of years. The flavor of the generation, I suppose, in a lot of these cases. Yeah. So yeah, I would be interested to see what they do with that. But yeah, playing lots of Diablo 2 with that. And then also, I know I've mentioned in the past the Extra Life Stream Team thing in which I participate. Made it, I think, probably halfway through Cave Story. This is my first time actually playing through Cave Story. But my last couple of streams have been like putting progress into that. That's been a supremely enjoyable game.
Really?
It's my first time playing.
I've never even heard of it.
It is originally a free-to-play PC game. I think it was PC. That was really popular and had kind of a cult following. Then there was a remastered version that showed up on the Wii Virtual Console back in the day. or WiiWare, I suppose to be the
okay.
And then got ported a couple times around. Then it wound up on Steam as Cave Story Plus, and that's the version that I've been playing.
Gotcha.
With updated visuals, updated sounds, that kind of stuff, and maybe some added content. But yeah, it is a supremely fun game if you like Metroidvania style exploration. I mean, it's a little bit linear than like Castlevania. Whatever. What's the?
Lords of Shadow.
No, it's I'm my nerd credibility is going to be called into question.
Waning.
I suddenly lost the subtitle to the one on the PlayStation that kind of set the standard for Metroidvania games. Yeah, shit, I'd have to look it up. I would have to look it up, or someone who could comment on the chat to correct me if they were here.
If there were people, and sometimes it doesn't update, but I'm just assuming since no one said anything.
Probably not yet.
Probably not yet.
Yeah, the internet would rage at me for flubbing on the proper title, but yeah, between that and Super Metroid, which like established where it had like branching paths and equipment that you could collect in different orders and bosses you could fight in different orders.
Okay.
That kind of exploration. That's what those elements are typically referred to as Metroidvania. So it's a little more linear in that sense, but still very cool exploration. Really interesting story, oddly enough. I was not expecting. I mean, not that I went in with low expectations, but I just didn't really. I guess I didn't know what to expect story wise. But has had a surprising amount of like interesting characters and story arcs that
very awesome.
That kind of hits in the feels, especially with what happened at the end of my last stream. A certain thing happened to a certain character, and I was just like, that left me kind of speechless. I was not expecting that. So yeah, Cave Story is awesome.
Story feels are the best feels.
They really are. They really are, especially stories of the cave variety.
Yes,
indeed.
Awesome. Just the normal good old World of Warcraft stuff.
Old faithful.
We actually bought last night. We went out and bought Amanda Animal Crossing.
Oh, sweet!
Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Yes, love it.
So, she actually requested me to talk to you and get your actual friend
yes
stuff. So.
I'll send that to her on Facebook.
Good.
Easy peasy.
Good.
That'll be
fun. It's weird. I didn't know DS had such a weird, intricate way of adding friends.
It's better now, but yeah, it used to have. Well, actually, I guess I can't say that. No, I know for the Wii U they did away with the friend codes, and you can just add them through the network. And I assume it's the same way in 3DS. Whenever I add somebody on the network, I just do it through the Wii U. So this will be my chance to experiment and see if it works the same way for 3DS.
Okay.
But yeah, for the longest time they relied on the friend codes thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of it was kind of a like nobody wins compromise between like opening the floodgates and like having their main demographic, aka kids, being subjected to all this awful shit that the internet does.
We were
we
were looking up reviews for games,
right?
And we were on the Nintendo store looking up DS games, and we're looking at the reviews. And Amanda's like, "How does this game have a 4-star review?"
Mm-hmm.
And it was like this just horrid-looking game. I mean, just absolute garbage. And I was like, "You have to understand."
Yeah.
That there are a lot of children playing these, and I am sure they played this for 3 minutes and then reviewed it 5 stars.
Yep.
So
it's kind of like the Newgrounds style of reviews, where like this game sucks, go kill yourself, 5 out of 5.
Right.
So yeah, I fully expect some of that. Usually, if a game tells me if a game is like 2 stars on the network, then it's fucking god awful. Like, stay away. There's no redeeming qualities if the user base disagrees with the game to that point. Because you're right, a lot of very mediocre games have like 3.5 or 4 stars, which is a little frustrating, but not terribly surprising.
I was gonna ask you, have you ever played Animal Crossing?
Yes, I have New Leaf.
You have New Leaf.
I played the shit out of the original one.
So I'm not familiar with Animal Crossing at all. What is the premise of the game? I'm so confused because I watch all these like reviews and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this game?
What is the point of Animal Crossing? That's such a good and valid question. And the answer. So the game and how you play the game, like it all can be summarized as just fucking whimsical. It is a whimsical game. So it I suppose has an objective in that you move into this. Well, in the original Animal Crossing, you moved into this village. You needed a place to live. And the monopolized real estate mogul, who, like, as I'm saying it out loud, it's like, wow, Tom Nook and Donald Trump have a lot of similarities, and it's kind of freaking me out as I'm saying it. The raccoon? But yeah, Tom Nook sells you a house.
Is he a raccoon? What is he?
I assume. Well, if he's not a raccoon, he is a. Yeah, I would bet money on raccoon.
Okay.
I would bet money on a raccoon if I had to animalify Tom Nook.
Okay.
But yes, he sells you a house at what I'm sure he describes as a very cheap and affordable rate, without really giving you much of a say in it, and you have to pay him back. And then each time you pay him back, he just each time you fully pay back the loan, he, without really asking, will be like, all right, we're adding a second floor to your house, we're adding a basement, or we're adding all this
shit.
So
he just keeps adding shit.
So he just keeps adding shit, and you keep having to pay him back. So I suppose if I had to give a goal to the game, I would call it that.
Now, what about New Leaf? Because you're technically the mayor.
Right. So it's a little different in New Leaf because, the same kind of thing where you move into this place and you need a house, but you were given the additional task of being mayor, and you get to, it is your job to offer decrees to the village on things that can be built, or new structures, or new... you can kind of craft the town to be to your liking, more or less.
Yeah.
And you have, new villagers that want to move in, or old villagers that want to move away. You have to keep your villagers happy. It adds a new dimension to the game.
Right.
And what's up, Adam?
You must mayor as hard as you can.
Yes. The goal of the game is to mayor as hardcore. Mayor the
so
shit out
hard
of people.
mayoring.
Mayor the fuck out of them. So yeah, it's a whimsical game in every sense of the word. Like, the goals are... I mean, the goal of the game isn't really the point of the game.
You're right. I'm getting the sense of that.
It's very much about playing it for 10, maybe 15 minutes a day, check in with your villagers, try and dig up some new fossils, maybe catch some new bugs. Depending on what time of the year, certain things will be available, or depending on the time of day, certain things will be available that you can do. Keeping up with your neighbors, and as you get to know them more, and as they interact with them more, they offer the opportunities to you have that really cool item. I'll trade you this item for that, so you can decorate your house better, or things with which you can decorate your character. It's one of those games that's kind of designed to be played in bite-sized chunks. I personally don't really enjoy playing Animal Crossing for hours at a time, half an hour to an hour at most. It's one of those that you just kind of check in on it and just play it over a long period of time. The multiplayer works really well. I did that with a couple friends, and there are some multiplayer-specific challenges you can do, little mini-games that are really fun. And, of course, as you street pass people, you can see their houses. You can go into their house and, just see all the cool crap they've put together. It's really cool.
How does it transfer that data so quickly?
Street pass, baby. That's
a fucking magical piece of technology.
Well, I mean, when you think about it from the street pass perspective, it doesn't really have to transfer all that data.
Yeah, that's true.
So it already has all the
it has the core data.
Images, it has all the content.
It basically just needs a schematic, I guess.
And that's all it needs. Probably less than a couple kilobytes.
Yeah, that's true.
So
very
easy
true.
peasy. That's a really cool game. So I'm glad.
All right, cool.
It. I think she'll love it.
I'm glad we made the right decision. It was between that or a game that is literally Harvest Moon, but is not called Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
And I cannot think of the fucking name of it to save my life.
I'd have to look it up.
But that looked really good as well.
Oh, yeah.
And Amanda was just looking for something with she was wanting a story, but then she didn't know what she wanted, and then she was like, should I buy this game? I was like, you know what? We're just going to get Animal Crossing New Leaf. We're just going to do it.
Yep.
We're going to pop it in your fucking DS, and you're just going to like it.
Yeah.
And so far, it's been working
out. So far, so good, yeah. I mean, and with the Harvest Moon game, it's kind of similar. There's sort of an objective, but it's also kind of loosey-goosey in that regard. So if you want a story-driven experience, as much as I love these... Well, I haven't played this game, but as much as I love both series, I would steer clear of those for something that's story-centric. But Animal Crossing is so fun, oh my god.
Now, I remember, man, I guess I have such a good memory of Harvest Moon, because Harvest Moon 64 fucking controlled my life for a full year.
You and everyone else I know.
Right.
I actually never played 64.
Oh, god, it was so good. That was such an amazing game.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I remember my friends being like, all right, let's play some games. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's play Harvest Moon. And we're like, why the fuck do I want to play a farming game?
Trust me.
It's so much more than a farming game.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Let me chat with this woman all day. Look, if I go outside and I hit the B button and I come back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go and harvest some crops, milk some cows.
God, I'm going to go.
Why is it so good?
I have no idea why it's so addictive. It's just, I don't know.
So
and they had a very good progression system in that, building your house and stuff. So I think that's pretty much all of them.
Good choice.
Other than that, I've been playing. I actually picked back up Tactics. I picked up Tactics War of the Lions, or I think that's the name of it. It's the one that's on PlayStation. It was on PS what the fuck is that handheld? The first handheld. No, it's not the Vita.
PSP?
PSP. It was initially on the PSP.
Okay.
And then they moved it to the Vita.
I see.
The game has the harshest learning curve I've ever experienced in a game. And I thought Persona had a pretty harsh learning curve.
That's an impressive claim, the hardest difficulty curve of any game.
Of any game that I've played.
Wow.
It is absolutely...
That's
shit.
Funny, you've played Dark Souls, so I mean...
I have. I've played lots of games, and none have a fucking difficulty straight like this. Like,
man.
It took a lot of getting used to, because it's a game that... it's a tactical RPG. I mean, you know.
Really?
So, right. Tactics. Who knew? Anyways, so what I kept having to restart the game after, like, so long. I've restarted, like, 5 times.
Really?
Yeah, because I kept thinking I was doing it wrong, and I was like, oh, I need to redo this, you know?
Oh, I see.
And so I would get to this point each time, and I would fucking die. And I was like, how does anyone beat this game? Like, it was getting so mad, you know? And I was like, I cannot do this anymore.
The salt is real.
Funny thing is, 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, I passed over just a Kotaku article, right? I fucking hate Kotaku.
Oh, yeah.
But passed over it, and it was like, why am I so bad at Final Fantasy Tactics for the PS Vita? And
Solidarity!
I was like, shit, you were selling it right to me, right to my face. Clicked on it, the guy was like, I can't explain it, but my friend can, and here's the chat we had. He literally screenshot the entire chat, and that was the article.
Nice.
And basically, he had the same fucking issue I did, which was, he got to... this town, you get fucking butt raped because it's like your first actual physical battle where there's different classes. And he was like, I keep getting raped. And he's like, well, what are you doing? And he's like, this. And it's the exact same thing I'm doing. He's like, no, you need to change your classes. And I was like, already? Like, I don't know how to... Through this fucking chat that this guy had, I've learned how to play the game. And my god, this game is fucking awesome.
It's that much better now.
It is supremely better. I'm really liking it.
Awesome. What's going on, Broke Kid? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Broke Kid? And what's up?
Question mark.
Hi-ish. No one likes you. Okay. Whatever you say, man.
I try.
Whatever you say. Hi.